You guys want the truth? The truth is Caitlyn Clark is getting absolutely destroyed every time she hits the court. She cannot shoot a layup, cannot shoot a three-pointer without hitting the deck. And she's made amazing plays up to this point. To have an entire league against her, and she commits common fouls and almost gets sucker punched when she's not looking. This whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. And I haven't seen any fines, anybody get suspended for this behavior. Instead, they want to investigate the Indiana Fever. Like, you shouldn't be able to do this to a person. After she held her for 2 quarters, now she's going to check her and try to fight her. This entire league is a joke. The officiating is a joke. Everything we've seen up to this point is a joke. She has to hit the most impossible shots while being fouled. I hate to even watch this. And then the refs won't look at her, give her technical fouls instead of the people that are assaulting her. Gets hit in the face, and all these games come down to 2 points. And then all these games, look at this. We got men calling her trash and an effing white girl. Like, this is pathetic. She breaks ankles. The refs call everything. You could see all her teammates, her coach, we're challenging this right away. All these calls are pathetic. It's a disgrace. She gets held for an entire game by her arm, yanking her arm, pulling on her, hitting her with 2 people. She cannot get past the WNBA cheating her every single time she touches the ball. And then wonder why she gets a little ticked off when she's getting elbowed in the throat and held every single play. Can you imagine? To be 2-2 right now when they've gotten cheated every single game up to this point is actually impressive at this point. I just don't understand why the Indiana Fever don't bring this to the WNBA executives and do something about it. Like, if I'm making YouTube videos about it and every single person in the comments sees the same thing, that's an offensive foul they didn't call. This is a traveling when she didn't move her pivot foot, not being called. Every single game, they collided, hit heads, but they take away Caitlyn Clark's 3-pointer. Brittany Griner falls on Lexi Hall, and of course it's a foul on her. Caitlyn Clark's arms getting whacked when she's shooting layups. When she shoots a mid-range shot, her arm gets hit. That's how tough they play defense on her, but they don't call any fouls. And then the game comes down to something like this. Instead of doing a jump ball, you know what they do? They give her a shooting foul. And this game was just absolutely atrocious. It really bothers me. 31 free throws when nobody's getting touched. When nobody's getting touched, 31 free throws. It's one thing when you're calling it the same way. But look at now they're calling fouls on the Fever when nothing's happening. Caitlyn Clark is unbelief. Lexi Hall, that lady just fell down by herself. But if Caitlyn Clark does the same move that Breanna Stewart just did, no fouls. But when it's for the game, it pisses me off. They let them hold Caitlyn Clark the entire game, but with the game on the line for the last shot of the game, this is utterly ridiculous. I guess the WNBA doesn't like seeing these passes. They don't like to see Caitlyn Clark looking like Pistol Pete. They don't like Caitlyn Clark bringing money to everybody's pockets, hitting buzzer beaters, getting the crowd involved. The WNBA must not like that because they'll let her get injured. Now, all those people that bought tickets for the next 2 weeks, all those kids, their parents saved up money so they could go watch a Fever game. Now they don't get to watch her play. You think it has anything to do with her getting assaulted every time she touches the ball? You think it has anything to do with fixing games? These referees, these corrupt referees, you think it has anything to do with that? Why she might end up getting injured when every single person in America said she's gonna end up getting injured. That's what happens when you play a sport. It's supposed to be a non-contact sport and you're getting held for entire games at a time. It's bullcrap. But good luck on losing money because Caitlyn Clark's not going to play. Good luck on fans wanting to watch your product when you are dividing the WNBA fans even more. Now they just like Caitlyn Clark more and hate the rest of the WNBA even more because you're cheating and rigging games and letting grown men like Brittany Griner elbow checker in the throat. She almost gets sucker punched and beat up every single game because she's white. Is that what you want, WNBA dummies? What I'm looking forward to seeing though is, do the refs still let the bullcrap continue? Because in the preseason game, they still let Sophia Cunningham get thrown to the ground twice. I didn't see anybody get fined. I didn't see anybody even get removed from the game or suspended a game. And she threw somebody on the ground. I would have ended up in jail if I did that. She's on a basketball court with all the eyes in America on her, with referees, doesn't even get a slap on the wrist. And what's worse is she smiled about it. She was happy that that was her contribution to the game that day. I want to see what the Indiana Fever are made of. This is going to be a long season. We don't know what refs are going to show up. We don't know who's going to be healthy by the end of the season with the way people get fouled. And when the playoffs do come, we don't know what kind of refs are going to show up to the games. I know Aaliyah Boston is going to ball out. I know what kind of ball player she is. I see it every single time she hits the court. She cares. She gives it her all. I know Sophie Cunningham. I know Lexi Hull are going to play their hardest, absolute hardest with all their heart on defense and on offense, both sides of the ball. I know what I'm getting there. I've seen it. I love Kelsey Mitchell. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see if she could open up her eyes and do something besides shoot jumpers. I would love to see her open up her game, being willing to move the rock, because it will come back to you with the squad they have. I want to see Natasha Howard be consistent. Not 6 points, 28 points, 6 points, 20. I want to see her run back on defense, not go for a pump fake on Breanna Stewart and give Breanna Stewart a wide open layup. I don't want to see her committing fouls all the way at the 3-point line. I need her to play both sides of the ball as hard as she possibly can. We're going to see what these new players are all about. We're going to see what this coach is all about. We're going to see the Fever without Caitlyn Clark. And I'm actually excited. I haven't watched any WNBA games without Caitlyn Clark besides one preseason game she missed. I've never watched a college women's basketball game that Caitlyn Clark didn't play in. So I'm going to miss her for the next 2 weeks. I don't know about y'all. I fell in love with women's basketball when Caitlyn Clark touched that court in Iowa. But I can't wait. Let's just stay positive. Keep positive vibes coming and stay tuned, because we're going to call out the WNBA, the referees, the commissioner, and everybody from the top to the bottom until we spread the word and they stop the bull crap that we've seen ever since Caitlyn Clark entered the WNBA. But thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great weekend. Blessed Memorial Day. Spend time with the family. Peace.